right. This one is about laptop charging issue. I'm going to try to pronounce your name. Archana Singh? Archana Singh? Archana Singh. I apologize if I messed that up. I apologize. But anyways, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you submitting ticket. And I saw that you submitted the other one as well. Thank you very much. All right, laptop charging issue. Laptop charge not exceeding more than 25%, no matter if plugged, if we plug charger for a whole day. Okay, it's a very interesting one. Again, assign the ticket to yourself so you can get credit for it. This is a hardware issue most likely. Um, I'd say 99% chance it's hardware, and I explain what I mean by this. Once you talk to the customer, you can do it. I mean, this is one of those where I would talk to them on the phone to explain the issue rather than say, hey, can I take control of your computer and see what's going on inside the computer, when the issue is more like a physical issue, a hardware issue. So I'm going to talk to the person on the phone in this case. I'm going to talk to them, and I'm not gonna reply to customer because I'm already talking to them on the phone. I would prioritize, make sure that I can talk to them on the phone, even if I have to reach out to them on the instant messenger or some kind of I don't know, let's say Microsoft Office Teams application, which by the way, I have a lot of Office 365 videos that you can learn from. And I would talk to them, and basically, and you can, whatever you, however you want to do it, you can take control just to make sure that the user knows that you took initiative and took effort. You can take control of their computer again, go through the motions of getting the host name, IP address, and take a look inside, just in case there's something weird going on. Like, for example, there are 10 different services running, and their computer is maybe running at 100%, and that's the reason why it's not charging more than 25%. So look at the CPU usage, you look at the memory usage. You can check all this in the task manager. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can see how much memory is being used. If it looks really off, then I would suspect something else. But in this case, I'm going to assume that it's a hardware issue. So when a laptop is not charging more than 25%, to me, it's either one. There are two things that could be bad. It could be the charger itself. It's weak. It's not strong enough to charge. But the thing is, though, it's charging to 25% to begin with. But if it's only charging up to 25% and then it stops charging and it's always 25%, to me it tells me that the battery itself is getting weak and there are some dead cells inside of battery. So the way I'm going to explain this is I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in inside of laptop battery. And I'm going to look at some images. When these are newer type ones where it's just a one solid piece of battery, but these are older type where you see, here we go. Here's inside of HP G4 series laptop battery. And here's this one here. This is exactly what I mean when batteries start to go bad, because they're literally inside. They're a little bit bigger than AA batteries. That's what the old way of connecting these batteries. I think they're like 18650 or something type of batteries. They're just stacked inside and just encased in plastic. And this is what the old school ones. But this can happen in the newer ones, the thin ones, where it's just one solid piece. They start to bulge out. I actually have a video on a bulging battery that is, I want to say it's the same deal where it stopped charging. I'm going to put a link to that as well so you can check it out. It's a really bad battery. It's one of the newer ones. It's a good video. But, battery cells in this case would start to die. So if you have, half of them or a majority of them, 75% of them dead, then it's only going to charge up to 25%, if that. So that's what's going on with this issue, is most likely the battery itself is bad. So what I would say to the customer is that we're going to have to change the battery, most likely change the battery and see if that fixes it. However, your company deals with this when you're help desk, you may have to forward the ticket to somewhere else, or you may have a way of dealing with this. So in this case, it depends on the company. So if you can order new battery for the customer and send it to them, if you're doing remote support, which help desk you probably are, then you would go through the motions and you would send them a new battery and you know tell them how to replace it. It's really simple. We know it's just that you press a button and you release it and this and that. You can guide a user to do this unless they're completely computer, you know, illiterate, I should say. No offense. So I would say add internal note and say educated user that battery is probably dead. Okay. We don't have a way to test this for sure because we don't have physical access to this, right? But that's most likely the case. I'm going to say ordered a replacement battery, on user's behalf.